Assalamu alaikum. Okay, we continue solving partial differential equation of the type hyperbolic function. No, we finish hyperbolic function. Now we come to elliptic equations. This elliptic equations, so just we'll consider Poisson equations. So what difference between this and the previous one? Here the difference, there is no t time. T, it means it is open, there is no end of time. But now because we put it x and y, which means x is bounded between two values and y is bounded between two values. So which means here this is x bounded, right and left, and y also bounded. So it's like this. So this is called the Poisson equation. The right hand side could be 0, could be any function, no problem. When we replace x by xi, y by yi, right hand side will be replaced. So right hand side, no problem. So how to do this one? Well, similar to what we did before, and we have to use some conditions. So this is the equation written here again. Just he's making sure that it is of this negative, which means elliptic equations. Okay, so now here is the method again. So this is the method. Just apply as before the condition ux0, this is boundary conditions, and this also boundary condition, but this for here y, between function of y, so this one here boundary from the top, we can do initial and top, so this is initial and this is top, and this boundary as before, this here left hand side, right hand side. So how to do it? Just use the same central difference formula as before. Substitute this uxx. So by this approximation, the right hand side here, this should be in fact xi plus, this one should be xi yi. So here in that case, so we'll continue, and just again here the same thing should be like that one. Well, this is the method, and that's it. So all we are doing is just exercise like before. Just substitute and use the definition of delta. Just here x is and here y. X as before depends on I, and y depends on j. So when you substitute here, you can see here only I changed, I plus 1, I minus 1. On the right hand side only change only j, in fact, j minus 1, j, and the right hand side here is just the given function. So this is what I said this one here before, like this. So this is here given this one, given that one, given left hand side, given. So the only unknown are inside this box. So how to find this one? Just we'll consider an example. And so here is the example. Let's say solve this equation, which is given by this here. This nabla square mean Poisson, right? And the right hand side is 12x and y. And he did not write it here, but what he mean here, so he means u equals 0 in that case when y equals 0, and u equal here 6x when y equal 1. And this one left hand side x between 0, so again here u equals 0 when x equals 0, and u equal 3y cubed here when x equal 1.5. So we are using h equal to q equal a half. It means here we have 3 subinterval, which means a half, 1 and 1.5. But for y we have a half and 1, so it means just we have inside only two unknowns, because here this one and that one, and we would like to find those ones. So it's written here they are. So these are two unknown because the others are well known from the given condition. So only how to find these two values, just we have to use the method. So as before, to find the first one, the starting point here, if you want to put u0, 0, substitute in the function. Okay, and this y0, 2, 0, 3, 0. We stop y3 because a half times 3, it will be 1.5. So we stop. So we have found this is starting point. So we found this one. Now, if you put here u0, 1, okay, u1, 1, it is U11, what is it here? This one here, it is unknown, and U21 is unknown. Go to level 3, use 3, 1, just substitute in the given equations. So here 3y is 1 here, so here it is, and given this one. U02 again is found, U12 equal this, and U23. Well, we notice here, this one here, U23, it means x is 2, y equal, it means this point here at that corner, but we substitute the right hand side here. So it means, but if you substitute the top one, it is different. In fact, if we change, we are not going to do it, but this one here, it says the condition is says 2x somewhere. So I'm looking for that one here. The function value, I cannot find. Okay, we leave it now here, just to continue. So instead 3, yes, here it is. This one here, 6x. So if you put here this corner, what is this corner here? X equal 1.5, y equal 1. So this point is here. If we want to write it down, this one here is x is 1.5 and y is 1. So if you substitute here and this one here, 6x, it means difference. So if you change this one here, if we just put it 2x instead of x, so this is 2x. If we substitute now, 1.5, 2 times 1.5 will be 3, and here 3y cubed, it will be 3. It will be the same whether you use this condition or that conditions. But so we leave it as it is, there's no problem, and just we will continue here and substitute in next slide. So we remember two values are unknown, so just we substitute in the given equation. There is the equation, substitute I equal 1, j equal 1, which means 1, 1, which is unknown. We got these equations. Now substitute the given values, like this one here, value y01. So when you substitute these values, these values, we know them. All this right hand side is known. We obtain these equations. Equation number 1, which is one equation with two unknowns, u21 and u11. We would like to have another equation with the same unknowns. So if you substitute I equal 2, j equal 1. So in that case, this is again unknown. Substitute in the equation, we got these equations. Substitute the known values, we obtain this one like 3, 1 here, and the other values known, and then we reach this equation and can be rearranged as follows. So now we have two equations, equation number 1 and equation number 2, and both of them have two unknowns, u21, u11, and u11. So solve it any way you like. So this is two equations with two unknowns. So solve them, we get the answer u21 and u11, which means we have solved the problem. And in that case here, this is the end of the slide of solving elliptic equations. All you have to do, in fact, just exercise. The idea is very simple for the three method, the three type of equation, but just tiring. So the only way to learn, you have to exercise. You have to try a lot, but the idea is good. So this is by the end of this one, I will say and finish. Maybe it is not maybe, it's for sure Eid is next week. So Eid Mubarak, and we will continue after that, and I'll try to make this is the end of the lectures, and we will talk about something more after Eid, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.